Okay, so we're going to try and do this really quickly now, this part, because my memory card, I don't think it's going to last very much longer. AC Milfka again. Since it's coming up to Easter soon, how do you eat your cream egg? I actually don't like cream eggs. One of my least favourite chocolates. I don't know why, I know people love them, but for me they're just a bit sickly. Richard Stroud does heavy weight training, stunt growth. I do max bench over rows. Do max bench, bent over rows with 1 to 3 reps. I'm only 15, will this muck up my growth? All I'm going to say to you is, go and check out my buddy Kenny the Giant. I think he's 15 now, or he might actually be 16 now, I can't remember. But you go have a look at him and tell me if it's going to stunt your growth. I know, without going too far into it because we don't have much time, there's all the argument about how your bone starts to come together and all that shite, but look into it a bit further. But just, you know, you'll be right. Look at me, I'm 5'8". Massive. Adam lifts. What's your favourite lift? Squat, deadlift or bench, and why? Bench, just because it makes me feel like a fucking boss. Free Dabs Glenn, if you had to pick one body part to get cut off to save your life, the body parts, fucking hell, legs, arms, hands, feet. Oh man. One body part to cut off to save your life. The body parts are your legs, your arms, your hands or your feet. Fucking hell, man. I think I'd probably go with feet, mainly because I'd be able to get like some biomechanical feet made up or some shit like that, and I think feet would probably be the easiest one, but you do all your balancing through your feet, so don't know. I'll go with feet. Man stink anyway. Natural born lifter, if you could go back and start 5-3-1 all over again, how would you run it? What would you add in or take out Joker sets first set last? What do you feel you did or didn't benefit from the program? I think that 5-3-1, and I've spoke about this a bit, I think your training, it's quite an intense program. You're always hitting over 85% every week. Like the 5+ is 85%, the 3+ is 90%, and the 1+ is 95%. So every week you're always, all of the lifts, you're hitting 85% of your max. And I think for me it was just a little bit too much for me, and I was always training too close to my max. One thing as well is that if you don't do the resets as it says, then you sort of end up spinning your wheels because you're going to be always training too heavy and not making any progress. Now, I done these 9 weeks on cube method, and like I had my front squat training max set at 100 kilos. So for the past 9 weeks, I've never lifted over 100 kilos. And then yesterday, I hit a 130k PR on the front squat. So it's sort of testament, really, isn't it? It's like, as long as you know you're getting the work done, you're going to make progress. You don't have to be training always heavy all the time, and I think that's the biggest mistake I made with that. LT Rob, where do you see your training long term, as in 10 years from now? Where do you want to be? And also, if you weren't such a pussy, would you smoke a cigar while doing talking blocks on the bike? And like I says to him, it'd be a waste of a good cigar. I won't be able to breathe and I'll be fucked. Training from 10 years from now, I would like to say that I've got a fair few meets under my belt by then, and I would have liked to have got in some decent numbers, decent total. I would hope, looking at it in 10 years time, to be able to hit 1400 total with relative ease. In 10 years time, I think if I just train at it, I should be able to do that, no problem. But it's just mainly my main goal is to stay injury free and not let a hobby destroy my life, you know, through injury or just, you know, being addicted to it, so to speak. That's about it really. Mads J, what is your best tips, advice for gaining strength on 531? Be consistent and just stick at it, you know. Do it as it says to do it, don't mess about, just get on with it. There you go. Getting spoke to. Herbie Sherman. Oh, you didn't ask a good question. Harry Hopkins, how does your rack handle rack pulls? Fine, but the thing is, what you really need to think about is how does your bar handle rack pulls? Because if you're doing heavy rack pulls, you will fuck your bar up in no time. It will bend like shit. So that's why you might want to set up some blocks like what I've done and do block pulls rather than rack pulls, and your barbell will thank you for it. John Day, I didn't ask out, just called Robbie a bitch, because he is. And here he is. Eat, sleep, train, do you hustle hard? Always hustle. What flavour Capri Sun? I've told you I don't like Capri Sun, I like Ribena. Favourite beer? Duvel, always, but I do like a lot of beers. Is your garage door electric? Yes, why are you trying to fucking break in? Are you having an identity crisis? Can't you tell? What do you use to edit videos? Sony Vegas. What have you learnt from your visits to Snap City? To take training a little bit easier, stay away from training too heavy all the time, work on speed. Speed I think is a big part of lifting. Speed helps a lot, I've found, over this cycle. And generally that's it really. Don't do too much. And do you love me? And I will always love you. Something like that. Oh, fucking hell. Who would be at your ultimate dinner party, and what would the main course be? Ultimate dinner party. I'd have to have people like I'd have to have Arnie there again, because proper no homo on Arnie. Bring Fidel Castro over so we can light up some cahibas. Who else would we have here? AC/DC, get them over, they can provide some beats and some music. Main course, probably have to be either a pizza or a curry. Oh, actually no, it'd be sushi. Lots of sushi. Finally then, pit biking. We can do this real fast. Do you cry when you don't hit the reps sets you're supposed to? Do you see me watching you work out every day? Well, you tell me if I cry when I don't hit the reps and sets. But I always hit the reps and sets, biatch.